is known for statement-making documentaries that deliver a jolt of controversy during key moments of a political campaign, and his latest project is no exception. In Hillary's America, D'Souza sets out to expose Hillary Clinton's motives by examining what he says is the history of her progressive politics. Watch.
Who are these Democrats?
It is my judgment.
Dinesh D'Souza was sentenced on Tuesday to spend 8 months in a confinement center.
It all began when the Obama administration tried to shut me up.
Your gang's all about stealing, man.
What did I learn? All crime is about stealing. The big criminals are still at large.
Didn't see any reason to keep them.
The system doesn't go after them because they run the system. It's time to go behind the curtain and discover the soul of the Democratic Party.
50 lashes. The Democrats support slaves.
This Civil Rights Act will allow colored men to sit at the same table beside the white guests.
Tammany Hall Democrats who are now furnishing arms to Ku Klux Klan.
To the Democratic Party. Why has all this been swept under the rug?
To cover the tracks of the Democratic Party.
And we're not even talking about ancient history.
The racism continued well into the 20th century.
That as long as a black man continues to ravish our white women, we will continue to lynch him. Gotta give him a little something. Plantation politics.
The Democrats went from slavery to enslavement.
Corrupt big city bosses, that's how you get corrupt unions.
What does progressive actually mean?
Social engineering and social control.
The most merciful thing that a large family does to one of its infant members is to kill it.
The opening video of the Democratic Convention in 2012, government is the one thing we all belong to. Because no, government belongs to us. We don't belong to it.
What are these Democrats hiding?
This is about buying and selling influence by foreign oligarchs and foreign governments. When you follow the money, there are very, very few coincidences.
What if the goal of the Democratic Party is to steal the most valuable thing the world has ever produced? What if their plan is to steal America? Who will stop them now?
Oh my. So he's a fan of Hillary's, and joining me now to discuss it is the film's creator and executive producer, Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh, good. So you're open-minded. She might still get your vote, is what you're saying.
Well, in my Obama film of 4 years ago, I focused just on Obama because he was an unknown guy. No one knew much about him. In this film, we focus on Hillary to be sure, but we also focus on the whole history of progressivism and the Democratic Party. So we're telling an unknown story of American politics, and it's going to roil up this race, I'll tell you that.
This is a point that we hear made fairly often about the Democrats' history when it comes to race issues in particular, and one that doesn't get that much of a spotlight. But today, but if you listen to folks today, it's the Republicans. The Republicans are this racist party that's against blacks, and the Democrats are the opposite.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the attack on Trump. He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's a xenophobe, he hates immigrants, etc. I think it's very important for people to know that the Democratic Party historically has been the party of slavery, of segregation, of Jim Crow, of lynching, of the Ku Klux Klan, forced sterilization, support for fascism, the internment of the Japanese after World War II. I mean, it's an unbelievably sordid history, and it's been somehow all swept under the rug. It's all been covered up, and the blame is now switched to the very party, the Republicans, who fought to end slavery, who opposed segregation, who proposed anti-lynching laws throughout the 20th century. So there's an unbelievable inversion that's gone on, and our film blows the lid on it.
But in today's America, where Republicans don't tend to support affirmative action and don't want, certain civil rights laws to be extended, that's what the other side uses to tar them with the, racist accusation, among other things.
Yeah, Megan, as late as the civil rights movement of the 60s, the civil rights movement would never have gone through without Republican support. More Republicans voted for the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Fair Housing Bill of 1968, the Democrats. The main opposition to civil rights came from Democrats, and this too has been part of the history that most Americans don't know.
It's fascinating, Dinesh. We talked the last time you were here about your suggestion that they tried to shut you up and that the big criminals are still at large right after you got out of the overnight confinement, which is worth your while. We'll post that on Facebook.com so people can see it. It's always a pleasure, sir. Good to see you. And congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you very much.
Is it true Ted Cruz's dad married you too?
He did. Yes, he did the ceremony for us, so we're
confused.
thrilled about that.
Very confused, but congratulations. Best wishes to you and your wife.
Thank you.
That's just a little tease for later. I'll find out why.